Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. And it is a pleasure to be in your presence on today. I am looking forward to our conversation. And I promise you, I will not keep you long, will not hold you. But I do want to talk about a few things on today. And the first thing is, why is it that people can't keep their mouth shut? Why is it that you always, and I'm saying you in general, so if the shoe fits, I'm talking about you, always have to go back and tell somebody something that you were told? Now, let me do my disclaimer. This is not anything dealing with me per se, because I'm going to let you know right now, if I tell you anything, I don't care who you take it back to. Matter of fact, feel free to take it back to. Thank you, MC Candy B. Thank you, darling. Um, I don't care who you tell it to, but when people trust you with certain things, certain information, and they ask you not to tell, why is it that you go back and tell? Uh, uh, Let me tell you a little secret. You will know more if you keep your mouth closed. People trust you more if you keep your mouth closed. The reason why I know so much about people walking around our town is because I know how to keep my mouth closed. And you try probably say, no, but you talk all the time. I talk all the time, but think about what I talk about. I teach from my experience. I talk about stuff that happens in the past. I never tell you anything current really that matters. All of my lessons come from past experiences. I do not talk about people's business. I do not talk about people except it's only a couple that I talk about because God knows I need help with how I feel about them. But other than that, I don't talk about anybody and I don't put anybody down. And so what happens is people tend to trust me. They will come to me. They will tell me, their needs, their wants, their desires. And guess where I keep them? Right here and right here, because I was trusted. And I don't understand some of y'all that don't understand that if you cannot keep your mouth shut, you won't learn a lot of stuff. You won't make friends because nobody's going to trust you to be a friend. And even if I tell you something that I don't mind you telling, because most of the time I don't, I won't tell you anything else because you can't even be trusted with the stuff that I don't mind you telling. And so God forbid me to tell you something that really matters to me. And you can't keep your mouth shut off of the little stuff that I tell you. Now, so my thing is, why? What's the purpose of going back telling something? Sometimes people tell you something, and sometimes people will be me in this case. Sometimes people tell you something so that you can learn, so that you can be aware, so that you can sit there and when the time when the time arrives, when it comes up, you can say, oh yeah, love told me that. I definitely remember her saying that. But see, if you can't keep your mouth shut, you can't learn. Put some light on me. Put some light on me. You can't learn. If you can't keep your mouth shut, how are you going to learn anything? Because people are not going to talk to you. They're not going to teach you. And that's what you need to know. Watch your mouth. Stop telling everything. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it. You will learn more by closing your mouth. You will know more by closing your mouth. Nobody wants to think that they can't trust a person. Nobody wants to think that their business just might be all in the street. Nobody wants to think that way. But when you are the person that's always telling something, and then my thing is you volunteering because nobody asked you. Nobody, not anybody. I'm gonna take these glasses off. Nobody asked you what was going on. Nobody asked you about our conversation. That was your choice to divulge what we talked about. And I'm saying we in general because I'm not talking about me, because I don't care if you tell something I told you. But I want to teach you this lesson. Some people do care. Some people have a need to vent, to express themselves to others. And when they do it to you, they don't need you going out running your doggone mouth. Now, if I find out, I'm telling you, if I find out that I told someone something and they divulge it to someone else, you ain't got to worry about talking to me, because I'm going to treat you with a long-handled spoon. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, why she don't talk to me? Because you talk too doggone much. You tell. You like to run your mouth. And they always say a dog that brings a bone carries a bone, and a dog that carries a bone brings a bone. And it's okay. It's okay when it's with me, because I ain't going to tell you nothing that I can't back. You understand? But I just feel for those people who think they have friends, and then your friend will come and tell somebody something like me. I'm somebody. I told you people talk to me. So when you come and tell me something somebody has shared with you personally, that's a shame. That is terrible. That is terrible. I'm not judging you though, because it's not going to go anywhere from my lips. It will not part my lips. But I'm just like you told me, you had no problem boldly telling me, you'll go and tell someone else. And that, my dear, is the problem. That, my love, is the problem. We have to learn how to be true listeners, true confidants, true shoulders to lean on. And that is what we're not maximizing right now. At some point, we have to stop being envious of other people and stop wanting to, I guess, excel on their downfall. Let's not do that. I'm trying to keep away from crab in the bucket mentality when it comes to this topic, but that's what it is. It's a crab in the bucket mentality. As long as you're not doing better than me, I got something to talk about. I can go tell all your business. But when a person is doing good, you see how we keep quiet. When a person is winning in life, you see how we keep quiet. When a person wants to help others, when a person open up their business, you see how we don't want to patronize it because they're winning in life. But when a person is down on their luck, we want to go and tell everybody about the news. We want to just go dig them even deeper into the ground because we have crab in the bucket mentality. And as long as we have a crab in the bucket mentality, we can't win. We will never win. We will not get ahead. Do you understand that? You're going to be still back here talking about folks while everybody else stepping on your shoulders and on your head. Do you not understand that? Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. And for some reason, somebody needs to hear this today. And it's a pitiful reason because you cannot take the time to uplift others. You can't uplift others. That's why you're telling their business, because you want somebody else to look down upon them, because you really and truly look down upon yourself. And it makes you feel much better when you looking down upon somebody else. But let me tell you real quickly, it's not going to work for you. You're going to always be in that slump. You're going to always feel bad about yourself until you change. When you lift people up, when you uplift others, it does something to you inside. It changes your outlook. It makes you feel very good inside when you uplift other people. Try it. Try something new. Try telling somebody how beautiful they look. Because it makes it seem as if you are so confident within yourself that you can share with somebody else when they are looking good, when they have made a positive change in their life, when they have lost a little weight, when they have cleared up the skin, when their hair came growing back, the edges coming back, and you tell them how good they look. They put on a little makeup and you tell them, I like that. You don't even have to say a whole bunch. You don't have to say anything. Sometimes you give the little thumbs up, baby. Wink the eye. Let them know they did good before they left home. People come to church. People go to work and they trying so hard to look decent. All you gotta do is just wink that eye and give a little smirk and let them know, hey, you're looking good today. You don't even have to say it. If it hurts you to say it, don't say it. But don't go talking about it. Even if they don't look good, if you see that they put forth an effort, just give them a little wink, honey. Give them a little wink. And you'll be surprised how those small gestures change people, how it makes them feel good inside. And they'll go home and try even harder the next day, and the next day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. They'll go home and put a little more to what they did prior just because you winked at them. But when you put people down and drag them and tell their business that they have shared with you, it just brings them down even further. It does something to their self-esteem, to their confidence level, to their pride. And while they're just soaking in what you have caused, you somewhere still feeling bad about yourself, but you're laughing at them because you made them feel bad about themselves as well. And what happens is like a doggone domino effect. Everybody going to use somebody to feel better just for a few minutes, because I guarantee you it will not heal whatever the core problem that you have in your life. You will always feel better until you address the core issue. And it's not that person's business. It's not that person's downfall. It's not the fact that that person doesn't have a car, a job, or a house, or a window to throw out the nest. It's not that person's problem. You have a core problem that you refuse to address. You rather take it and project on someone else, and that is not okay. That is not okay. That is not okay. Even if I'm talking about someone, I'm talking about them to teach you. I'm talking about them because I want you to know that this is what you need to watch out for. This is what you should do. This is what, you should be looking for. That's what I do. And I don't care if you go back and tell them. I really don't. I really don't. Now, I'm getting a little older, so I'm not as spunky as I used to be, as I once was. But baby, I tell you what, you won't leave the way you came when you come at me. I'm just saying. I might not leave the way I came when I showed up, but you won't leave the way you came either. So you better think twice. But I'm not going to say anything that is not the truth. And that is what gets everybody. Because one thing about me, I'm going to tell the truth. And I can tell the truth to you about myself. I don't need anybody to do it. Yes, I probably need to lose some weight. I need to lose a few pounds. Yeah, I do. And I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Okay, so where's the lie? If you said that about me, you said it about me. That's it. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't mess around with people's husbands. I don't do a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so if you just say, if my only downfall is that I like to eat and I need to lose some weight, so may it be. Where's the lie? Go tell them on the mountain. I don't care. Tell whoever you want, because it's the truth. And that's one thing I do. I tell the truth. I tell my experiences, what kind of experiences happened to me. If you did anything to me and I choose that I want to tell it, just know I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell it like it happened. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to try to protect you. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I'm going to tell what you did to me, because you shouldn't have did it to me. And if I treat you any kind of way other than, nice or cordial, that's because you did something to me first. That's just how it is when it comes to me. For the most part, I won't treat you anyway because I'll leave you alone. I'll just act like you're not there. I will ignore you. I act like you don't exist. That is the best way to make sure that I never disrespect you, is to act like you don't exist. But if you are one of the ones that like to tell people business, okay, first of all, just know when they find out, you're going to have your issue. It's going to be an issue because they trusted you enough to share with them. It won't be an issue with me because I'm just going to not talk to you anymore. I mean, I'm going to be casual and cordial and all that good stuff. But it's when it comes far down to venting or you needing to vent to me, I'm not available. It will not happen. See, it goes two ways. I won't vent to you, nor will I allow you to vent to me, nor will I give you any advice due to your venting. Once I feel like you cannot be trusted to hold a conversation without going out and telling somebody what we spoke about, I will not talk to you again. So that would be my advice to you, my listeners, lovelies. If someone that you know you can't trust, someone that you know have divulged some information that you have given them, don't hold those type of conversations with them anymore. You can be cordial now, don't have to build a friendship, but just know you guys do not talk about personal stuff. Y'all will not be that type of friend, because what happens a lot of times, and y'all know I'm telling the truth, what happens is we don't just tell a story, we add lib to the story. So we tell a story and then we tell a little more of the story, stuff that didn't even happen, and that's not what we want to do. We don't want to fabricate someone's story to where it could possibly end up an on-site situation. Come on, think about it. If somebody did something to someone and they complain to you about it, and you go back to that person and say, oh, she said you did this to her, and when she see you, this the ad lib, baby. When she see you, she said it's going to be on site. You added that up there. So then this person tells you, oh, it's going to be on site. So when I see her first, it's on site. Now, this person over here that trusted you with their business don't know anything about on site except for when it be on site and they get popped. Right? Something you done started. That's why you have to be very careful who you tell stuff to. And remember, if y'all listen to my other videos, don't miss those red flags, man. Don't miss the red flags. If somebody show you that they cannot be trusted, don't miss those red flags. Don't go back and tell them. I can tell by people's conversation when somebody has divulged something that I shared with them. I can tell because people can't hold water, and they're going to say something and it's going to give me the impression that, yeah, that person divulged something. And one thing about me, I never tell the same story. I never tell the same story. Don't get me wrong. There are some exceptions. But for the most part, everybody get their own version of what happened in my life, or who did what, and how they did it and stuff. Everybody get their own version because, because I want to know who's taking it back. And if I tell you different versions, I can tell who took it back. And I don't talk to a lot of people. So if I have two friends, I'll tell two different versions of the story, and then I'll know who took it back. That way I know who not to talk to, or I'll know who to feed. See, I will feed you. I'm the type of person that if I want someone to know about something, I will feed a person that I know will go back and take it. I sure will. I will feed it because that's what I want you to do is run tail that. Excuse me. Y'all have to excuse me. I don't know what is going on. All this yarning. I hope y'all not yarning. You know, the yarning is contagious, baby. But yeah, run tell that. Tell what I told you because I'm feeding you what I want you to take back. Be mindful of that. Do not be the dog that carries a bone and brings a bone and brings a bone and carries a bone. Do not do that because people don't respect those type of people. You're not respected. I don't care how much your girlfriend said, oh girl, let me know when you find out. She doesn't respect you. You are a gossiper. You are a gossiper. She don't respect you. So stop thinking that y'all cool because you come back with the information. You're not. Use a big mouth. Use a big mouth. Use a telltale. You use a untrustworthy individual. You're a hater. You're a troublemaker. That's what you are. That's what you are. A gossiper. That's what you are. And so, look, don't say I ain't tell you when your little friendship type relationships mess up because you done went and ran your mouth. I done took time and told you, keep your mouth closed and you'll learn more. Okay? And you have better relationships. Just keep your mouth closed. You don't want, what you gonna tell everything? You meet a significant other and you go tell all your friends what's going on with you and your significant other, and guess what's going to happen? Your friends going to go after your significant other because all of them are not your friends, and some of them don't care about taking your place. Believe me when I tell you, I have experience in it. All of them aren't your friends, and some of them don't care about stepping into your shoes with your man, with your goodies, your gifts, your finances, that he's gonna share with you, your little money gifts. Yeah, somebody wants it. If you want it, you best believe somebody else wants it. Keep your doggone mouth shut before you lose it. And I'm gonna tell you about your little girlfriends and not really your girlfriends. Oh, they're gonna find out everything that he does, how you feel about it, what you don't like about it, what you don't do. And guess what they're going to do, my dear? They're going to go and do everything that you won't do so they can get everything that belongs to you. Trust me with that. Trust me with that. I ain't going to tell you how I know, but I know. But I know. I'm older now, baby. I can share the wealth. I can share the knowledge. But when I was younger, there was nothing for real that I couldn't get. Nothing that I couldn't get. Nothing I couldn't do. There was a time when I was in the military, I didn't even have to spend my military checks on anything extra. Sometimes nothing. Sometimes, y'all just don't know. I paid my mortgage. My cars were paid off. All of my furniture in my house was paid off. All I had was mortgage. I had my house. I had mortgage. I didn't have really credit because I didn't use credit cards. So all I had to pay was my mortgage. Anything else I wanted, I didn't have to pay a doggone thing because I knew how to get my stuff paid. I knew how to be nice and comforting and be peaceful. See, let me just put this out too before I let you go. To the ladies, my lovelies, you have to be his peace. You have to be his peace. You cannot cause havoc all of the time, because if you do, you're going to run him into the arms of a peaceful woman. Okay? Sometimes you gotta hold your tongue. Bite it if you have to, but remain his peace. Be his peace. Don't tell his business. Keep your family out of the business unless, it's something detrimental, you're getting hurt or, violence. It's violence going on, domestic violence. But other than that, keep your family out of the business and your friends. Be his peace. Don't nag. Stop looking for stuff. It'll come to you when it needs to come to you. Stop searching for stuff. Be his peace. Get you something safe to do and be his peace. All right. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Make sure you love yourself and go on and love someone else. Until we shall meet again, may you be tremendously blessed. And I will see you real soon.